Like should do it sounds. I mean.
I love you, Poppy.
Hey V, line them up.
What's up, CBR fam? We back once again for another
Hey, back
installment
again.
of the CBR. We know it's been a month. It's been a month since the last episode.
Salad is a fool. Salad say like should do it Sanders. I'm in the 5th round.
I don't even know what the fuck that means, Salad.
Hey, Salad, he don't watch football, but I got you. Hey, you a damn fool.
I know he went 5th round, but I don't know what the fuck that means.
I mean, hey, he got the Bears. You can see he say he on his 5th round, brother.
Oh, okay. All right, I see.
He say he need to win it.
Maybe I'm a little.
Salad funny as hell. He said I'm on the 5th round.
I got my can't get right glasses on, I guess.
Up,
man, what did Ro say? Hey, Ro, shout out to Ro.
Mike,
show,
what up?
Man.
Shout out Ro and the Ro show. Chondro, what is the Chondro corn over there?
Yeah, what up, Chris? Chris from Innerbox. And we got Mike from 1776 always showing up early for us. To our sponsor, Chris. I don't know about the Cold-Blooded Cafe thing. We got more news to follow about the Cold-Blooded Cafe code, but keep using it. It's fine. Like it's we'll have a better answer for you next week. So as you guys know, we have been very busy, and the show is very different than what it used to be. Mostly because we used to do it once a week, and now we do it every 2 weeks. But I'll be honest with you guys. We both foresaw our lives changing a lot about a year ago. And it has happened.
Yeah, we saw it.
So
see, we kind of talked about it. We kind of knew.
Yeah, we knew what was going on in our lives. So this show, I don't foresee there being a lot of people here for this show, but what I will say is this show is for the fam, and this is the last episode of the Chondro Bar Room, and going forward, there may be a chance that you may see another one, but at this moment right now, me and Keno both got a lot of shit on our plates. Last year you saw it. You saw it with a lot of the stuff that Keno had going on for football.
Yeah, it started. Real talk. It started with me because football got serious on us.
And this
year, it got serious in a hurry too, because we started out. We go back from the beginning, man. We started out. We started out playing Park District local.
Yeah, it was like that.
And I mean, Travis, if you really want to take it back to the beginning. Remember, I told you I ain't like me personally. I didn't even want my son playing football.
I remember that.
Remember, I was like, man, I want this nigga to be a baseball player.
You said you want to be a baseball player. I was like, no, you better let that boy go put on them pads, boy, and hit somebody.
Hey, so shit is like he found it and shit. But remember, I did tell you, I said if he found a love for that sport, I'm gonna be all in. I'm not gonna take that from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I respect it.
You know what I'm saying? So
he
found the love for it and shit, and then I'm a father, man, so I had to jump head first in it, so it was it was bad coaching, so it made me go be a coach and go be a certified coach from Football America, and that shit took on the life of its own.
Yeah, and this year the lack of planning, and I know that you guys know y'all used to get a lot more videos, but my life took the change this year. Like I got promoted, and I got an uptick in school. So the part of the doing every other show, it was partially because we was busy, and the other part of it was we didn't want to do shows with people that we didn't want to do shows just, especially with people we really didn't know or people that we didn't really want to talk to because it just didn't make any sense for us. But now at this point in time, we both don't have the time to put into this like we should. And we get it that, Sal, I see that you don't like this news, but it's not like anything bad happened. Like there's no fallout between me and Keno or anything.
Oh hell no, hell
And
no.
if you think it's because of some other ulterior reason or somebody said some shit,
The truth is,
we don't care.
The truth
We don't
is,
care about that shit either.
No, we're gonna keep it all the way funky. The truth is, the original plan was for the Greg Maxwell show to be the last show, right? That was the original plan. Like we had kind of made this up like about 6 months ago. Like, look, and looking back, it probably should have been the last, you know what I'm saying, show because
you talk about the Triple Wall show.
What I say?
You said Greg Maxwell.
I don't know what the hell. Hey, look, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Greg Maxwell. Shout out Triple Wall.
I've been off of that. I've been off a little bit of that ganja, you know what I'm saying? So that with me. But yeah, the Trooper Wall show, that was like we had said like that probably should have been our last show, going out with a bang on that show. But we wanted to try to I mean, hey, Buck, we was trying to hold on to something, you know what I'm saying? And life changed. Like when we started doing the bar room, well, it wasn't called the bar room until like late 22, early 23, something like that. Late 22. I say late 22, but early 22. Y'all remember? No, that was like 20. That was 2021, right?
No, that was 2022 when you first started doing it. It was just you doing live streams on Instagram.
Okay, so yeah, I was doing.
And then it became the Chondro Bar Room after like a few weeks, probably around August or it was in August.
Yeah. It was something like that. Yeah, it was like so. And this thing had really took on a life of its own, and it went just simply from like me just updating y'all on eggs into interviewing people and meeting people from around the world and across the pond and down to Australia. I mean, shout out to around the way, you know what I'm saying? And this ain't no F you to our day ones, because we really appreciate y'all, man. And the day ones, the people who religiously pull up to us, and like we know y'all, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna single nobody out, but you say September 22, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Put the date on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where was I? I just lost my train of thought. What did I just say?
You don't want to single anybody out, the people who first started.
Yeah,
no, this is not about me taking over my Uncle Pimp business.
Wait, what did he say?
This is what he said.
Take over his uncle. Oh shit, that's the reason why you sent me the Chinese pimp picture earlier this week, huh?
He don't look like a pimp, bro. He look shady, but he don't look like a pimp.
I ain't never met a Chinese man with a gold tooth right in the front of his mouth. But all right, man, whatever. So
he from Memphis, dog.
Right.
I might be the only one that don't wear one.
And what else people do in Memphis? All right, that's neither here nor there.
All right, get back to your funky shit.
But shout out to our day ones, man. Our day one sponsor, Chris been, you know what I'm saying? Chris been in there when it was rough. We had some real bad shows. and Chris hung
Yeah,
up in there. We only
Chris
had
was
it was really
always
one, but I'm gonna say this though, out of like what 3, I'll say almost 3 years, it was Chris. It was only really one time, Chris. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Hey y'all, maybe maybe y'all, this was a little." You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Maybe y'all shouldn't talk to this man again. I remember
Hey, hey, for real.
that. And I was talking to Chris. I was just like, bro, you ain't got to tell me twice, dog. I get it. This shouldn't
Hey,
have happened.
motherfucker knew exactly. I feel like exactly how he felt, and I understood him.
Yeah, I
I
was
was on
just
some.
like,
Hey, he right.
he was telling me, I was like, fully agreed, brother. Fully
Hey,
agreed.
brother, that went so bad, brother. That was terrible, bro. That was terrible, brother. And a dude sick his millions on us that one time when we had Vanessa from USI
Oh
again.
yeah, yeah. We're not even gonna go into that bullshit again. But yeah, man, shout out Chris. Chris was when Chris hurt his leg and he fell down the stairs, that's when I really knew CBR was popping. Because it was a party in the chat room. I was just like, bro, what
It
the
went
fuck
crazy.
is this shit? The chat room was going crazy, and they was ignoring the shit out of Chris. Chris is just like, I broke my leg. They still talking shit in the chat. Mostly Marlon. It was mostly Marlon, but yeah.
Marlon was on his ass. Yeah.
But yeah, man, we've come a long way, and just like everything else, like it kind of is up and is down. But you know what I will say about it is, like, through the course of the years that we've been doing the show, we always enjoyed it. And there's been periods and times where we wanted things to be somewhat different, but we always got through it. And we started off as 3, and it didn't necessarily go as planned. But shout out to Chuck, and go check Chuck out and his show with Lucas. But that goes to tell you guys, like, just because we're not here doesn't mean there's not Chondro content, man. Like, there's still, like, when we started on Tuesdays, and you can go tell people, you can go ask people, and they might tell you the truth, or we don't really give a fuck what they tell you. There was only one dedicated Chondro show, and it was the Chondro Bar Room. It was the only dedicated Chondro. It was the only dedicated Chondro show at that time. And then they started coming. But we never had anything about people doing their own thing or doing the show. Like, it's a free country. Do whatever you want to do. You could name your show the Chondro Beer Room. Like, I don't give a shit.
And the whole thing about our show was the Chondro Bar Room was so unique because we picked it specifically to not be on nobody else, days where, so it wasn't no competition or nobody felt like they had their toes stepped on, none of that. So it was organic. And the truth be told, I mean, another thing while we here now, shit, because we can lay it out loud, but we came to YouTube actually for the people.
Yeah.
Because that's what they wanted. Because we started off, we wasn't saving lives. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
first of all,
first we didn't save lives, and then we started saving lives.
That's true.
And then we got to the point.
But at first we did it though. We was
and we had to go through all those progressions to get to here. Like, this is all part of a thing.
We was doing first. It was only doing 1 hour, and then we would do like 10 minutes over. Then Instagram wouldn't let us do more than an hour, so they would kick us off. And then we had to get everybody on, and it was crazy because we had like 20, 30 people on there. Everybody popped right back on, and it was like 20 or 30 people might not be a lot of people to like y'all or other platforms. They might have 200-300 people, 4,000-5,000 people on at a time, but like to have a dedicated group of 20 to 30 people coming to see you and just kick it, and that meant a lot to us. Man, I'll be honest with you. I might take the shades off for this one. You know what I'm saying? But that meant a lot to us because you got to remember the Chondro Bar Room. It just started with a couple of real talk, man. Chondro Bar Room started with me and Trevor used to be on the phone talking about all our breeding plans, what we was doing, how we was cleaning stuff, how we gonna set up this and blah blah for the future. And we was like, we should just start talking about this shit on live. And
well,
shit,
to be fair,
go ahead.
Well, to be fair, you had the show, you had your live already, and then at some point in time, you're just like, well, we talk about this all the time, and I know you was talking to Chuck about it, and we just came together and did it. Like it was, that's how it got started, and like I said before, the thing that I'm most proud of is like we went through the progression of different stages of the Chondro Bar Room. And we had to go through all that stuff to get to this point because I can tell y'all honestly, like we feel fulfilled. Like I can say that on the books, there's one guest that I didn't get. He would never, every time I would ask him to do the show, he'd be like,
Hey, y'all know this real because I'm taking the glasses off. Hey, y'all go back and see, look at Chondro Bar Room show. I ain't never did one with my glasses on. Who you talking about though? Nah, I ain't gonna say who you talking about, but what you were saying? What you were saying? There was one person. Go ahead, Trevor.
There was one person that we couldn't get, and most of y'all don't even know who this guy is, but he meant a lot to us. But he would always tell us like, maybe I'll do it. But it never. Basically, we knew that he wouldn't come on the show. But I would say that as far as like how the show progressed and
the low key brother.
Yeah, I'm talking about low key brother.
Okay, all right, okay, yeah. And it's like I would say the difference is we never held that against him. I understood exactly why, and it's like he still rock with us. I know he still watch the shows and everything. So I'm gonna say it's two. It's one more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his name either, but it's one more that I really wanted to get on. And both of these cats is old school. It's crazy because they connected, and that's all I say. But
yeah,
they have some real strong beliefs about stuff, and like one of them just ain't with the social media. He don't want to deal with shit. So, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. He cool in the fan though. You know what I'm saying? He still be messaging me every now and then. You talk about Bista, right? You talk about Bista, right? That's all I'm gonna say, Bista.
I don't know what we're talking. I'm talking about low key brother. I don't know who you talking about.
If you think about Mr.
Color Purple Mister.
No.
I guess so. But yeah, man. We did enjoy doing the show. We never felt like either one of us.
Who we talking about, bro? I know who you talking about, but you don't know who we talking about.
I think that
I know exactly who you talking about, bro.
I don't know who Ro talking. Ro might be talking about somebody that we know don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Ro talking about.
Ro's talking about somebody that don't want to do it, and we don't want him to do it.
Facts.
Some people, one thing that y'all gonna realize about CBR that we've always stood on is there's been people that we didn't necessarily get along with, and we came and we sat down at the table with him and talked to him. But it's certain shit with certain people that like I don't have no reason to have a conversation with you because I know you don't want to have any type of conversation. And the way certain people move, it goes against everything
it's a
that I was
handful.
taught growing up. I like certain shit with certain people, just like I was raised differently. And just the way that we handled this shit.
It's been a couple people added to that list, honestly.
Yeah. There's been a few people added to that list. But all in all, man, that's not what we came here to talk about. Like we don't even got no ill will towards nobody.
No,
like,
honestly, we just speaking facts, but the truth is what y'all been getting is the authentic me and Trav. We ain't never had like no beef with nobody, and like if like something was said about us or the bar room or something was said about Travis before, and that's my brother, you know what I'm saying, from another mother. So like we definitely gonna play defense. Like we definitely like you wasn't gonna say none of our names, either me, his name, or the CBR without it being repercussions about that. But like we wasn't never the ones that started nothing or starting no trouble with nobody.
Been a lot of things that y'all don't realize. Like some of y'all probably know because some of y'all be around to hear this shit and whatnot. But like a lot of shit gets said about us. We know that it gets said about us because something about dudes that wasn't raised up like me and Keno, where it makes them feel real comfortable about saying shit, and their arrogance leads them to thinking that it won't get leaked out, especially to us because people do fuck with us. So like, there's been a lot of things that we didn't even address. Like there's so much shit that we never addressed, that we never talked about, repeated shit.
That shit
like,
never will address, to be honest.
Yeah, we won't address it with y'all. Like the only time that we really address shit is if it's really out of our hands at that time. But we were never really about that. We wanted to have a show where people could come together and kick it, and we always been open to anybody that wanted to kick it.
I will say this: when stuff been said about people I care about in the community, I say one thing I always did was I always let them know, because I'd be like, hey man, it's so and so, and I say that ain't been happening lately, which is cool. I don't expect it to, but you see it. People see stuff, and everybody see it. The people who need to see it see it. I say the proof gonna be out soon. Then when it's in black and white, then I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna put the black and white out, and then I'm just gonna be cool. Just keep it low key like I always do, because you know what I mean. That's how I'll be in the cut.
I will say this about the show, man. What we've always been appreciative that people from all over, they always felt comfortable about coming to kick it with us, and we always love that shit.
That's been raw as hell, bro.
Everybody to feel like, yo, like this is a bar. Like there's no gatekeeping here. There's no pay to play. Like you don't gotta pay to kick it. The same way I wouldn't want somebody to lie to kick it. You just gotta come in and be, even if you are all natural fucking weirdo. If you come in here and you kick it with us and you don't start no crazy shit, you good in here. You good. You've always been good in here.
And weirdo can have a lot of definitions. I always welcome the serial killers around. I always. But I was always
like we never
let the serial killers know they had a home here.
And one thing that we always liked about the show is like we always kept everything on the show. Like we never had no reason to have like CBR fucking private chattering. Like we never had no reason for that. Not specifically because we didn't want to have communications with people, but like we weren't into making people pay to have access to us, and we didn't want anything to happen where there's something and then something gets said and it's just like we're ultimately responsible for this. So we never had it, and we like the fact that everything was kept in the open and people
And
always
believe
felt
me, that's
comfortable
not a shot at
coming to me
nobody.
or
Like
Keno. No,
that's
it's
not
not
a
a shot
shot
at
at nobody.
nobody.
We've been saying that for like years. So don't try to take that and run with nobody or try to splice that up how y'all
It's
want.
not a shot at nobody.
If
That
you
was
know
just our own personal preference.
we've been consistently been saying that the whole time. So no, that ain't nothing new.
That was our
Some
own
that
personal preference.
some that happened too. I would say what kind of happened, something that kind of happened organically was the OGs being known, because if you think about it, we had always catered to the people, whether you was, we always gave respect to the OGs. You know me, like with the lineages and stuff. I always, was, on the front line for them. But we catered to the newcomers too, like the people who didn't breed. So you just wanted to keep, and you had a couple. We we welcomed them too. That was just
Yep.
something that was just the fabric of our show. That's what we talking about. If we talking about the fabric of our show and what we went through. And Ro, I see your comment. You can ask some questions. If y'all want to ask questions, that's cool. Drop them in the comments. We'll go back to it.
Yeah.
But
Uh
that's something that we definitely really wanted to do, bring the new keeper in, because back then too, about the Green Tree Python thing, along with it not being like a dedicated show, people was always like, man, Green Tree Python people are assholes. They snobby. They look down on other people. All that shit. They think they better than everybody else. And that's another thing too. I remember a couple of people when we first I think Sneagle said that it was funny as hell. He's like, y'all taking the snob by the chondros.
Shout out to Steven.
Shout
But
out to
y'all want to
Bill,
know
man.
something else? Is that
But we ain't do that on, like, if we disrespect the super OGs. I mean, it is what it is. But what we want to do was let y'all know that it could be a couple brothers, what I'm saying, talking the snake stuff, and actually know what they talking and can bring that to you. And
I
that's
think
something
that
that we always was consistently conveying to y'all. I hope so.
I think it's been times where we could have said things about certain things that happened and we ultimately chose not to, because it
But that just go
wasn't
back
worth
to
it.
how we raised, bro. It was like,
Yeah, it's just like, bro, just
you know how
that
you
shit
know how
ain't worth it.
sometimes how somebody in your family, usually your mom, but somebody in your family tell you, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it.
Yeah, just sometimes it's just best to leave that shit alone. Uh, but one thing about the
And
show
shout
that
out to
we
Travis,
always
because I'll be honest with you. Out of being Travis, I think I'm more of the hothead. There's been a lot of times. I'm gonna say what, like 75% of the time, maybe 80% of the time, it was something that was said or something would get posted, and it'd be in the comments, a little sneak dissing, and Travis would be like, "Hey, dog, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't want you to get pissed off if I tell you this. I'm about to show you something, and look, just be cool." And I'd be like, "Man, what is it, man? Nah, but you just gotta, before I send it to you," I'm like, "All right, man, whatever." And I say like 80% of the time, it'll be something that, like, a few times I'll be like, "Oh, that ain't nothing, bro." But then most of the time it'll be shots, and sometimes we gotta fight back. But most of the time I'll be like, "You know what? You right. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna bite my tongue." And shout out to Travis, bro, because it's like I'm the older. It's like I'm the older, but I'm like he like the big bro.
No, I think we pretty equal on maturity. But what I will say about the CBR that a lot of people don't
We
realize.
is, but you the negotiator.
Yeah, I guess I'm the negotiator. A lot of people don't realize is that the reason why the CBR looked the way it did, and why there was always space for new keepers, and why there was always space for people that
Of different
weren't
colors, white,
super famous,
black,
is because that's how we
Australian.
came into it. Like, truth be told, the first person of notoriety that came and did the show was Mark Hager. So shout out Mark Hager. He just pulled up on us. And I remember that we was drunk. Chuck was super drunk. And Mark Hager pulled up on us, and then it became a thing. But we
That
always
was
wanted people
completely
that we actually
unexpected.
know.
That was completely
Yeah.
unexpected.
Like, we always wanted people who we actually talked to be on the show. Like, it's cool talking to people that are like super high up there, but is that always going to be the most fun conversation? Nah, like, there's certain people we can't have conversations about midgets, and we can't have conversations about Keno's conspiracy theories that I'm from a family of pimps, because it is indeed a conspiracy theory, but we can't have those conversations with everybody.
No, it's not, brother. It's not a conspiracy theory. If you know, you know. I ain't gonna recycle what I've been saying for the last 3, 4, 5 years. Cause I done known your ass like 5, 6 years. So shit.
5 years.
Something like that. Yeah. So I ain't finna rehash it. If they know, they know. You know what I'm saying? If them real members know.
Shit, it has been almost 6 years. Shit, it's been almost 6 years.
Cause you already
It's been
had
almost.
Silas. You already had Silas when you was we started kicking it.
No, Isla, when we first started kicking it, Isla was a baby. I think that was in like November, or it was like, no, because it was October of 2019.
Yeah.
Because I remember I got that snake before Thanksgiving. Yeah. We had a lot of good times, man, over the course of the show. I think somebody asked what was our favorite show. I honestly couldn't pick one. I think that probably the funniest shit was probably just days where we had people on just kicking it and joking it. We never had we never had the thought that we couldn't be ourselves. So when shows went off the rails, we kind of welcomed it. And like before, there's some things that were said on Instagram Live that should never be on camera. And it's way worse than anything y'all seen on YouTube. It's some things
you gotta break it down. You would have to say the stuff before YouTube. I mean, the stuff before saved, the saved stuff, and then YouTube.
Yo, it was the stuff on Instagram before we started saving.
Good night, son. I know where your glasses. Where you were. Why am I wearing my glasses? That's the last show.
So you let them see your eyes?
Yeah, I had to let them get a piece of me for a minute.
You gonna show off your hair too?
You want to let them see my hair? I should.
But man, it was fun. I remember some days we drank a lot back in those days. Like, we used to drink a lot.
Yeah, we used to drink a lot. We used to drink a whole lot.
Man, I remember the first time we had Mark Hager on, and like Chuck was so drunk. Mark was just like, he powered through it like a champ. He was just like, whatever. Keno got a starter lot. But yeah, man, we had a lot of fun.
You know hey, some of them got some limp too, though. You know what I'm saying? You see it.
This boy got hang time. Bang, bang, bang time.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Them dreads.
I can't shake them yet, though. You know what I'm saying? They still on tarantula
Let me see
mode.
you show you where Ghost ride the whip.
Hey, but no, though, because I'm like, one of the coaching staff called me bald. They told me I was bald. I was going bald. I said, oh, really? Okay, I bet. Watch this. Hey, they don't know. Keno got that good hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm mixed with Keno, like the niggas was saying back in the day.
My mama Cherokee.
Yeah. Hey, remember everybody was saying they was Cherokee back in the day? Right?
Listen, my hair was so nappy. I'll be like, I'll never say that. Or dudes on the East Coast, they'd be like, yeah, my granddaddy Puerto Rican. Every dude is also grandson on the East Coast. Every black dude is also grandson on the East Coast.
Also grandson. He was lifting weights all the time. Showing up his pipe.
But yeah, man. Who said that? Your son said you shut your ass up, bro. We just kind of really just want to just have a show, just to just chill and kick it. Like we didn't want it to be something serious. What's up, Niggy? Like we just wanted to be something serious. Didn't want it to be serious because it's not a sad thing to us. It's just part of life. And then my man Bill Hoffman, he always told me, like, you know, you always got to be conscientious of your family and where you're spending your time. And this is not like when we talking about any of this shit, this is not shots at people or anything like that. But at this moment in my life, I have to put more time into my family and my career more so than the show. Like I don't get paid to do a show. I actually spend money. I spend money to do this show. We never got paid. We may have got some free stuff from Chris, but we never got paid.
Shout out to Chris.
And shout out to Chris. But we absolutely did this out of love, and our lives have just changed. So you know,
go on, go lay down.
I remember when I first started doing the show, man. I had my first clutch and was working on getting a second clutch. And one thing about it is like once we started doing the CBR, like my name did get boosted out there a lot, like because of that. And I felt like we were able to pass that on to a lot of people because there is no level at which you have to be on to be on the CBR. Like as long as you cool and you came to kick it, we gonna kick it. And that's what we gonna do.
For sure. Yeah, as always.
Who's my favorite? Who was my favorite dude to hang out with on the show? I always forget his name. Older guy. We tried to get him to do a show with Rob.
You said we tried to what?
We were talking about getting him to do a show with Rob.
With Rob? It's my Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck Vogel. Chuck Vogel. Shout out to Chuck Vogel because Chuck Vogel still texts me, and I be
that first Chuck Vogel episode we was interviewing the green screen.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Look, brother. Hey, go back and watch that.
Yeah. If you want to watch a show, if you want to watch an episode that clearly depicts what the CBR was all about, it's probably the first Chuck Vogel episode.
I'm not gonna say that
because it was a lot of good stuff, but it was a lot of nonsense.
I'm not gonna say that. If you want to see, if you thought CBR can go off the rails, and they usually go off the rails when I bring up midget stuff. Go watch the CBR show to go off the rails when the guests send it off the rails.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And hey, he had to bring Chuck back because he faced his camera.
Chuck was uncouth. Shout out to Chuck. Shout out to like the old guys.
Let me take cash in the room. Hold on. Come on,
Shout out to all the old guys that never learned to live like they live in 2025. They just act how they always act, and we appreciate them. Like we said earlier, if you got questions or you want to say something, like that's cool. Yeah, man. Listen, Tuck, that whole cul-de-sac thing, that was a joke, bro. Like it was me saying that you didn't have a cul-de-sac. I don't understand how this became something else. I think that
Wait, what'd you say
also,
about the cul-de-sac? All I heard was about something about a half bald head white man. What'd you say?
yeah, because the cul-de-sac thing, it was supposed to be. Tuck was like, I'm bald. I was like, well, not really. You don't got like the full cul-de-sac. Also, you probably need to get mad at Didi because Didi was all about the cul-de-sac jokes. So get mad at Didi too.
I remember most definitely when you said you invented the cul-de-sac. I remember that.
That I invented it?
Yeah.
I didn't. Did I? I might have invented it. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I probably did invent that shit. I think that was fucked up. That was a fucked up thing for me to say. But but yeah.
Oh man.
We said worse. We've said worse. Also, man, we had a lot of fun early on, especially with shit like the hot chip challenge. We had a lot of fun with that. Stop using it. We had a lot of fun with that. What else? Just all around clowning around, man. We used to clown around so much that I think that's why the CBR used to be so fun. I think later on it got more serious. We had to be more serious, but for the most part, it was always clowning around. Shout out to people like Ope Dog, who used to always come and clown with us. Some people we just knew we would just have a good time with them. And it's a lot of guys, man, that we just used to have. Like Sal, man, used to have a good time. Sal used to come through and kick it with us. Pat used to come through and drop knowledge. He would come and joke a little bit, but he used to be really serious. He still thinks that my uncle's a pimp too. Isn't true at all.
Shout out to Pat, man. Shout out to Pat for being our in-house OG.
Yeah, and shout out my homeboy Bill Hoffman. We got Tuck. Everybody that you see here right now, Noe, Didi, Tuck, Roro. Who else we got here that is here all the time? Salad Mander, Chris, Trey, Jaffe. There's so many people that I probably can't even like just thinking about it. Kyle Magana, Michael Majoros, just a lot of people that always came through and supported us. Just a lot of people. We had a lot of people that supported us. Mikey Marsh. shout out Mikey Marsh for always
Mikey
being
Marsh for
upset.
sure. Yeah, shout out Mikey Marsh, man. Mikey Marsh came and got his babies a couple weeks ago from our parent. You know what I'm saying? So I hope the baby's doing good for him.
That's one.
I'm gonna have some babies for sale. So shit, if y'all want some, reach out. If not,
I'm supposed
that's cool
to have
too.
babies for sale.
If not, that's cool. Hey, I ain't forcing it on nobody. They will be NIDO tested. They will be NIDO tested before they leave here. But yeah, or not. Shit, or don't reach out. You don't gotta reach out. That's cool too. I ain't forcing nothing on nobody. You know? So I'm just saying I'm gonna have some available. I'm gonna have a couple available. It's a couple of my dogs, my main dogs. They're already getting some, so very limited available. But there's gonna be a few available. So if you want something that's cool, get some designer, get some heavy artifact mixed with some blue cyclops. And I ain't even know my mail. That mail was gonna go crazy like that, but
he went crazy. He was.
And get up with Trav too, man. Trav going crazy with that repeat. You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I went and it took me a minute to get my Morph Market account back online. Like it's back online, but I haven't taken any of the pictures because my life is busy. And in between it being busy, I be drinking and I be smoking cigars, and I don't be doing snake shit. Well, I take care of snakes, but I'm not gonna sit around and be doing snake
Yeah,
shit every.
that new position kicking your ass.
Oh yeah, so nobody knows this except Keno, but a lot of nights lately I haven't left work until like 7 p.m. So I knew that like a year ago that it was a chance that I was going to get promoted to this position, and I thought it like I took it as a joke. I took it as a joke, and then like as time got closer and closer, like oh no, you're taking this job, and then it was kind of like oh you have this job for like 90 days, and I was like I could fill in for 90 days, and like that day there's like no, this is your permanent position. So um, that's kind of how it happened. I have personnel now, uh, which I know a lot of people think being the boss
Girl, you
is
salad, man. I know.
fun. It's not
Well,
always.
I know that shit from rough, man. This shit ain't easy for us, man, because no, I have a real moment real quick, man, but it ain't easy for us either, salad, man. We built this. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Peace out, salad.
it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you see your baby and you like you were saying you raise your baby and you know what I'm saying, you know, it's like shit turned into something that you don't even think it's gonna be. And then, you know, it blow up. And um it's shit. It's just like everything don't last long, man. Sadly, you know, it's you gotta I don't want you to think of this like this shouldn't be like the CBI breaking up on bad terms or nothing. Cause shit, me and Chad still gonna be calling each other. Although we don't talk to each other as much because you know, shit, our
We
lives
good.
be busy. But you know what I'm saying we still locked in like this. So
Thanks, y'all.
and, you know, change and nothing. You still gonna be able to reach out to us. We still gonna be posting our stuff. It's just and like he said, you might see us pop on in a few months. So maybe you might get one every 6 months or something. But just how it is, salad. You know every you know everything don't last. But I think with the catalog that we done put together, I mean it's plenty of there's plenty of stuff you can go back on and check it out because hey, no matter what nobody say or nothing, the date is on there. The dates is on there. When you go back and you look at the date of the first one, we had Brian Latimer on for YouTube. That was our first YouTube.
Shout out to Latimer.
That was Latimer. That motherfucker killing it. Latimer.
Yeah.
he killing it.
Latimer.
Hey, but hey, and rest in peace to Jim, man. I saw what happened to Jim.
Yeah.
You know, I know how that shit go, man. Losing animals is that's that breeding stuff. That's the dark side that people don't talk about, like breeding taking years off your snake life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These animals, if you got a female and don't breed her, she probably gonna live to about 30, 35 years old. Just being honest.
Oh, lady.
You know what I'm saying? But with them breeding take maybe shit, who knows? But it might take 10 years off their life. So
Yeah.
and
Also,
shit
man,
just
as far as the catalog goes, man, we also took pride in the fact that we never gave y'all the same show twice. And we never want to do that. So maybe for
yeah,
us,
unless it was a part two or something.
yeah, unless it was a part two, but I think that for us specifically, um, we didn't want to do the same show over and over again. Um, we had talked to a shitload of people. There was more people that we
Yeah.
could have talked to, but I think that the point that we reached, like we feel fulfilled. Like we don't have this thing where this is our everyday life. So, and I don't think that most people do that have reptile podcasts, and I think that's probably why they come and go. Um, but we did enjoy what we did, and we enjoyed the shows that we had, and we hope that there is the ability for y'all to still go back and learn something, because a lot of the times when I think about it, there's some really good information in a lot of those shows, especially with some of those older guys. And I appreciate the fact that we got two guests on that nobody really got, with Trooper Walsh and Christian Stewart and some other people. Because a lot of people that you will see doing like Chondro, like being interviewed, we
What's
interviewed
his
them.
name? What's his name? The one that did the show with Trooper. What's his name? I don't got it.
Tim Morris?
Tim Morris.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that we talked to,
Like
big
visually.
guys and not as big guys that like are doing more shows, but we were the first people to interview them. And we never wanted it to feel like an interview, and I think that's what also probably relaxed people so much is we tried to chill and kick it. We didn't always have a clipboard full of questions to ask you, like you being interrogated or no shit.
And it's messed up because I think the only time, a lot of the times that we did have clipboard questions, the conversation with the guests would just completely take off, and they'd be like 9 of the questions I done had asked would just be answered all up in there. So, and that's why it's like when you get the OGs on, if you go back and listen to a lot of them OGs, a lot of times when they was talking, we shut up. We rarely interrupted them. Very rarely.
Yeah. And we appreciate y'all for asking questions, man, because sometimes y'all actually help the show keep going. Like the people in the chat. And that's one of the reasons why we would never charge y'all money to do the show or to ask a question, because it's a lot of times, man, like y'all questions, like y'all had some good questions to ask, shit that we all wanted to know. So that helped. So y'all like the sixth man. Well, there's only two of us, so y'all coming off, the bench and hitting 3-pointers in the corner for us, like we appreciate it.
For sure.
And some of those questions were kind of wild. We appreciate it, man. This is one thing I did miss. I missed the level of roasting that was going on in the chat. the roasting
that used to go crazy, bro.
The roasting level in the chat from pre-YouTube days was high. We used to go back and forth with everybody in the chat. So I miss those days, man. I don't think that we ever expected it to go that way, but there's one of those elements of the show that I always miss is the level of roasting in the chat. We always felt like we could always be honest with y'all, especially if y'all gonna roast us. Like it didn't fucking matter to us. Like we peoples.
Yeah. The roasting, we love that. Especially on the hot chip challenge, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Where Keno almost died. I can't believe we like roasted Chuck into doing it, and Chuck did it, and he did better. Chuck handled it pretty well. Keno, I thought for a second there with Keno, I was just like, this man Keno looked like he got AIDS. This man got pale. I was like, he got hit with the Easy-E shot. That's probably not a good thing to say.
He said Easy-E shot, but this is all right. He said Easy-E shot. Okay. Cool.
Shit. I was up doing the fucking what you call it? what do you call the Holy Ghost? I was doing the Holy Ghost dance, shaking my hands and shit, waiting for the sweet Lord Jesus to save me. Chuck is sitting there like an axe murderer, looking at the scene. Uh,
Y'all tapped out early though.
yeah, man, bro, that shit was no joke, bro. And then like the next day, I think that I talked about this before. Keno was just like, we should do it again. I was just like, bro, I'm gonna call Brittany and tell her if she see you with a chip, she better slap that shit out your fucking hand. This man was just like, this man was not doing good the next day. He was like, dog, I'm really not doing good. And then like later on that night, he was just like, we should do it again. I was just like, bro, that was only a few hours ago. You still not doing good. He's like, yeah, but I think we should do it again. I was like, well, we're not gonna do it again. We're absolutely not gonna do it again. And we talked about it. We flirted with the idea of doing it, just never happened. Uh
Yeah, we did.
yeah. We flirted with the idea of it. I think we had we had some other idea of something to do. I remember when we used to do the giveaways and we had to go find stuff in the house, the 2 random items.
Oh, bruh.
The 2 random items and bring it back. That shit was
those, bro. That was shit. That was hilarious, bro. We so much make noise being made in the background, bro.
Shit, I was stumping through the house, waking up my kids and shit, looking for an umbrella or a fucking wooden utensil.
I had the old Wi-Fi, bro. I used to have the pot on my head.
Yeah. Oh man, we had some good fucking times. Shit got serious. Like we didn't understand. Also, like we'll tell y'all the truth. We didn't understand a lot of things that happened until we went to YouTube. That it never changed with us, but there was this thing that was surrounding it in the perception of the hobby, just various people. And there was a bunch of negative connotations to it. Some people were just like, nah, you shouldn't go because we like you on IG. And other people, like, they just had some negative outlook on it. Like, we didn't understand. And these were people that didn't fuck with us. I think these are just people that didn't want to see us on YouTube and legitimize ourselves. But yeah, that was a part of it. So we had multiple adjustment phases. We had things to get over in the past, but I think we did it all pretty well. We never took it. We didn't listen to a lot of shit, like a lot of negative shit. Like we didn't even give a fuck, man. We didn't
politics.
even give a fuck. Yeah, because a lot of that shit. If y'all don't know, a lot of the shit when it comes to politics involving the names of Travis and Keno, this shit is these are conversations between people about us, not to us. So we never really took it as this is shit. Most of this shit is shit we even need to fucking address. So when we made the jump to YouTube, you know, I'm gonna say it right now, and people may not like it, but I think we inspired a lot of people. I truly think we did. As much as people may be like, nah, like when we made the jump to YouTube, the whole Chondro community as a whole changed in terms of YouTube content. It did. It absolutely did. So, you know, I think that we were somewhat pioneers in a sense. And
well, you realize that before he was doing it on YouTube, the only person that was like 100% dedicated to it was his name Taberica or something.
Oh,
He over in
Tiberi.
Europe.
Tiberi.
Yeah. And he was the one. He was doing it. He was like on YouTube. He was doing it, and I was like, shit. I was tuned in. I was locked in all his episodes. He was going to Stegall House. He had started going to not going to the house, but he was interviewing him live. And
Yeah, I remember the last one I remember seeing with him was him talking to John Irby.
yeah, yeah, he was talking to a lot of the guys we was talking to. He was talking to them.
Yeah.
I said a few of them, and he had left. He had just stopped posting, stopped like talking to people for about almost 2 years, I think, before we started doing it.
Yeah. Tiberi was the only person with a dedicated Chondro show.
YouTube, yeah.
And he went away. And our show wasn't to like fill his void or anything like that. Like I don't think that we were filling anybody's void. I think that realistically we were trying to figure out what the fuck we were gonna do.
No, we wasn't trying to fill no void. Remember, it started with me because okay, so remember it started with me going live. The reason why I went live, I never told y'all that was so with my first clutch of Cyclops. Before that, everybody would be like, "Oh, don't post your eggs, or don't post about them before." You know, the Chondro guys, they're gonna be on your ass. And I was just like, "Oh, that's cool, whatever." But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna update my clutch weekly. I said I'm gonna go live every Tuesday, nothing because nobody was on, and I will give an update on my eggs. And I said I'm gonna take people along the journey. This is exactly how I remember. I said I'm gonna take people along this journey with my eggs, with my Chondro eggs. I said whether good or bad, at the end of it, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm not gonna hide it. I'm gonna find if however many hatch or don't hatch. I said I'm gonna let y'all know. And shit was like what 6 weeks we went along. It went with me, and I never forget shit. I I fucked up all the eggs in the clutch, and I called you that night.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I shed hey nigga shed a few tears because it's like that was my first clutch, and that was the first attempt at the pure Cyclops clutch, and that was everybody know that's my shit. You know them Cyclops, that's my shit, and that was Narcos clutch. That was Ghost and Narcos clutch, and it's fucked up because Ghost died earlier this year, so that pattern never happened again. So it's like it really bring it home like this news because shit at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, at the end of them 50 whatever days, 53 days, and it was 16 eggs, and they was all none of them survived. So I had to go live, and everybody was asking me like, "You gonna go live next week? You gonna go live? You gonna go live?" I was like, "Yeah." And then, it was like about 3 days later, I had picked myself off the ground because I mean, if you know me, you close to me, you know that them the couple days after that, I was in a real bad place. I didn't want to speak to nobody. I didn't want to say nothing. My words was very minimal around here, around the family, around on the phone, everything. And if you know me, you know I ain't like that. That ain't my personality. I'm real like open. I keep it jovial and shit. And
You talk to everybody. If you ever talk to Keno on the phone and he's out and about, Keno thinks that everybody needs to have a little bit of Keno sprinkled into their fucking day. Every fucking body, which is wild Because anytime I'm talking to Keno and I'm just like, yo, I gotta get out of the car. I was like, bro, I gotta run to the store. I'll call you back in 5 minutes. This nigga think that I'm getting money from prostitutes. That's what he thinks.
It'd be exactly
Which is
5
not
minutes.
true.
I'd be like, damn, that's crazy right there. Usually be like 10, 15,
You can
maybe
go
20.
you can go in the store and do a lot of things in fucking 5 minutes, Keno.
Nah, brother. Man, it usually be like 15, 20 minutes. Nah, that's some jump out, get the money, get the crown wear bag, get gone.
Yes. I don't think I
But that,
turn. I think the only Crown Royal bag I have in my house is actually in the garage, and it's full of a bunch of old ass like coins and shit.
okay, what up? We can go with that. Let's go with that.
Let's
I
go
believe.
with that.
I believe. So
He don't.
all the eggs died and shit, and everybody was like, so I went live and I told everybody, I revealed what happened. And the weirdest thing was everybody was like, well, we still want you to go live. And I was like, I don't have shit to talk about no more. But then it's like, I started going live and started really like honing into my all my knowledge that I had when I was a keeper, because you gotta realize I didn't get in the green tree pythons in 2019. That's when I started focusing on breeding. I got in like 06. So I was a keeper for so many years, and then I got out for a few years and then got back in. But I was a keeper for so long that I was around during these days of the original Chondro community stuff, and I used to see a lot of weird stuff. Like what was the forum? Tabatalk used to be what? The reality forum.
Yeah.
Forum. Yeah, MVF. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Also, like stay away from
that's
from
that good.
Tabitha.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Yeah, but that's that good fuck on my brain. But then I started tapping into my old MVF and my knowledge of pedigree. So when we would come on, and that's when I think shortly after that, that's when me and you start hopping on, and then Mark went on, and then Chuck became a part of the show and shit. They just took off from there. But that's what it came down to. It was never really about making money off YouTube or none of that. It really started from a dude in his living room breeding, taking you along the way from acquiring animals to having a whole bunch of localities that I didn't like, to going to Cyclops and then mixing in designers along the way. That's literally what happened. That's what it was. And
Also,
like you said, shout out to Chuck. You know what I'm saying? Chuck didn't last though for whatever reason. We went our separate ways, but I think a lot of people thought that like the show would really like go down, and it kind of really took off. It made like it flowed a little more. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as forced. Like it didn't feel like that. Like we had the jokes flow, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that as the show changed, it was I wouldn't say it was any problem with it. I just think it became a completely different show than what it was before.
It was never really an issue.
Yeah, it was never really an issue. Like it just became a different show. But what I will say is that over the course of time, throughout like our missteps, like I was glad to see that throughout the show, like when we first started, like I had my own problems with getting things with Chondros to go. Keno, he lost a clutch. Chuck was able to talk about the things that he was going through. So I think that it was really insightful for young breeders or young keepers to see these things. And one thing that I will never ever say on this show, I will
especially
never
for young
say,
keepers to discuss their failures and disclose their failures. I think
yeah.
if you go back far enough, you can still see my post when I posted. I think 16 eggs, 16 L's or something like that, 16 lessons or something. But that was. Go ahead, drive my fault.
So what I will say is like we were never the show where we were just like, in order to be on this show, you gotta be a breeder. And we're not gonna sit here and tell you to be breeders. Like that's not what we were ever for. If you don't ever breed a single chondro in your life, I know that you are less stressed than some of us. So when the idea that you're
Especially
only
Travis.
worthy as a keeper, that you're only worthy as a keeper if you breed, like I don't agree with that. And I think that we always made that
Yeah,
pretty clear. Whatever you choose to do, just do it to the best of your ability. And
yeah.
you not ever like breeding chondros doesn't make you less than that,
But be a
despite
keeper
what other
first.
people say. Be
One
a
thing I
keeper first.
one thing I always said: be a keeper first. Be a keeper first, because when things like animals die and you only looking at them like a monetary value, it's gonna be
Froze.
I ain't gonna say it's gonna be quick to let them get over them, but to me, I mean, as a keeper, man, you developing some more within animals. Like for instance, I got animals over here. I'll never breed. So
Got some too.
you know what I'm saying?
I
It's
got
not
some
about
too.
it's not about everything is not about breeding. You know what I'm saying? It's not be a keeper first. Like it's cool to fall in love with your animals. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
They could be green, they could be black, blue and black, blue, black, green. They could be yellow, all yellow, yellow with a couple green specks, yellow and green, green with yellow specks, blue and white, green with blue, green with blue, white, and black. Whatever they are. Um,
Also, we don't think that you're any less of a keeper because you like locality snakes over designer snakes. This isn't
Facts,
this isn't
big facts.
uh whatever the fuck other people may try to make it seem.
Hey,
Uh
it's some people that'll never
yeah.
probably never buy my designer line because they wanted some Cyclops. So it's like
Yeah,
I
it's just
respect that.
it's
Cool.
if you like, and I appreciate seeing the people. Shout out to Randy because I was about to talk about Randy for a second. If you ever see the people that just do and breed the things that they say that they want to breed, it's always good seeing that. I think that
For sure.
sometimes a lot of people get caught up in the designer. They get bit by the designer bug, and then they're out here buying these designer snakes, and these snakes don't turn out how they want, and then they get
Cool.
upset, or they breed snakes, and the snakes don't end up looking how they want. I think that they got caught up in it, but they didn't initially just love it. They didn't just love it to do it, and it's not a race. It's not an arms race. Like we never thought that. Like people are gonna do whatever it is they do, and I'm always gonna be happy about seeing it. Whether like Tuck has done Jaya clutches or Lupe's done some designer clutches, I want to see them both. I want to see it all. And that's always been one thing that we have absolutely
Oh,
loved. Like everybody can do both.
you were red sarong clutches.
Yeah. I've never done a designer clutch, but um the thing is like it's enough room for everybody to coexist. And then seeing like other people outside of chondros that do their own thing. Like I love seeing Randy's stuff. I love seeing his boas. That's cool to me. Other people, I like seeing their snakes. I like seeing the thing that Tony has going on. Both Tonys and Tony Jerome. I like seeing the stuff that they got going on. I just like seeing it.
You talking about the
And
Carvanjos?
yeah, it doesn't make anybody, lesser than because they breed this or breed that. Shit, if you breed corn snakes, cool. I see
Shit,
some
don't be
badass corn
surprised in
snakes.
the next few
Me and
years when Cash get a little older, probably around Probably around 10. Don't be surprised if I get that black monitor I've been waiting for.
I think that you'll probably have a black monitor within the next 2 years. Yeah,
I don't
that's what
know,
I
man.
realistically think.
I don't know. I don't know 2 years because we got to find out what high school Khalil gonna go to first.
Oh yeah, that is part of the program.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a huge part of the program.
But all in all, man, it's just cool seeing so much different shit that has occurred since we first started. Also, there's a lot more younger breeders than it was before. Guys just took off. Like guys took the baton and they just went off. And like shout out to Lupe, people like Lupe, Ruben, guys that just came out of the woodwork, did what they were gonna do. Tuck, um,
So,
it's so many people that
Mikey
came out and they were
Bars,
just like
Mikey Bars,
Mikey Marsh. It was so many
yeah,
people that
Mikey
were just like,
Bars. I
"Yo,
said
I'm
this,
gonna do this shit."
Mikey Mars didn't send his mail over here twice, but shit, he didn't. Mikey Mars got the clutch on the board by himself. He didn't establish them.
Yep.
I got 2 animals over here from his. Matter of fact, no, I ain't pulling that shit out. But I got a couple. I got a few animals from over here. I haven't even posted yet. They've been over here for about a year. So
I got some too. I got some. Somebody asked me about an animal that I got a while ago.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
and
That
I was
same
like,
thing
I
gonna
ain't
happen
showing
with your
nobody.
animals. Whatever you send here, I'm just gonna pop out one day and just post it. They be like, damn, what's that?
I mean, of the two recent ones that I've gotten from you, I've only showed one. And that's the one I keep showing. But the other one I haven't showed anybody.
That's the
That
designer one.
animal. Yeah. It just
That's the
shared
one.
out the other day too.
That's the sibling to the one I just posted. Them animals.
Yeah.
Dog, that's the repeat. That's the repeat I just did.
Yeah, like I saw it yesterday morning, and I was in there, I was looking and I was just like, did you fucking shed? And it did. I was just like, man, this thing looks, I don't know what's going on with it. It looks cool. I'm
You
just
know,
waiting to see how
what's
it
crazy?
settles out.
Some of the biggest animals from that clutch have all been males.
Yeah, it's probably true.
That's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
I,
But they all look
I
nice
think,
though. Like you got to check out. You got to check out. What's the names? But y'all see H2O. I named it already. H2O. Yeah. See when you know H2O, you know. So that's why I say it's gonna be limited siblings available on that one.
I
I
saw,
got H2O. Look, I got H2O brother here too, and he don't look like him. He don't got like H2O just got a gang of blue on him. That's something that I didn't expect from that. I think they're coming from that Cyclops, but I'm gonna mix with that artifact. But shit is mixed with that red sarong too. So again, if anybody know me, that's gonna be one line. That's gonna be a line. That's gonna be something that I'm gonna be known for. So when that's gonna be that's like the first step of me creating my own line. So I got the Cyclops going and I got those going. So
I think
everything
that when it
everything in that
comes,
line is kind of gonna be all encompassing of each other. There's gonna be blue animals coming from that line that don't come
I think that
from.
when it comes to the Cyclops, though, like everybody knows you for the Cyclops already, though. So, like, I think that that's going to be a big thing for you in the past because
Oh
everybody
yeah,
talks about it.
for
And
sure.
whatever happens with Jamaica.
Oh yeah, people waiting on Jamaica, huh?
Jamaica.
People waiting on Jamaica bad. I'm gonna tell
Every
you
time
this
I
right
see
now.
Jamaica, I want to sing Caribbean Queen.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Caribbean Queen.
Jamaica babies ain't gonna be cheap,
Oh.
and it's only gonna be one person, 2, 3, but there's one person for sure that's been hitting me up every time I post her. He hit me up for like, how old is she? 5. I've been posting up for like 3 years now. Every time I post her, he hit me up. Like he gonna get the baby for sure. and it's somebody y'all know, and it's a huge name.
I know
But
who it is. Shout out to that guy.
he gonna. It's like I know everybody went on Jamaica babies, man. That's crazy, but they're gonna be limited because I want to really watch them babies and see what they do.
Yeah, you know what I'll say about that
Yeah.
is I know that it sounds cool to have babies and sell them to people
Shout out to Ja Lecky.
because people say they want a baby and they want to be able to watch it grow up. But I'm not gonna lie to you. After keeping babies from the last two clutches, one for almost a year and one for well over a year, I do enjoy seeing them. I don't think that everybody wants to do it, and I'll be honest with you, it kind of sucks sometimes um, to have all these damn snakes to take care of. But I do enjoy it, man. And I enjoy being able to see whatever I had. I felt like I didn't have to be like, well, what is this one going to do? What is that one going to do?
That's what I'm about to do with
So
these babies.
I would tell you, man, if you want to keep them, like fucking keep them, bro. Keep them for as long as you want to. There ain't no rush on selling them.
I'm definitely
If
not
people
kicking
want
these
to buy
out
'em,
the
they'll buy
door.
'em.
I'm definitely not
That's
kicking these out the
also
door.
that also goes to my same thing about like the designer babies that I've always felt is like one of the things about people that wanted to get those babies going real fast is because there's so much hype surrounding the parents and the pairing a lot of the times that like you got to get those babies going because if you keep them babies, you may not be able to sell that baby for $5,000. It is a yearling.
Oh man, H2O. Gotta ask.
Oh man,
What's
look at that one.
that's
I'm not
H2O?
sipping on anything, bro.
It's
I'm
H.
sipping on water, brother.
Gotta ask Mikey Mars. H2O. He blue in real life.
Mm.
It's dark. It's dark. It's nighttime in here. I don't even know trick lighting. He blue in real life. Like not for play. Them Cyclops looking nice too, man. My Cyclops starting to get black on them. But if you
I
remember, I
saw.
told you that. I told you Santani's baby was.
Yeah.
I knew Santani's baby was just gonna get that. Gotta close my balcony, man. It's getting kind of chilly.
Oh, you're afraid, a possum gonna sneak in and bite your ass.
Let's see. What's up? What's up, Randy? You wanna catch up on the questions?
You really want to see a red sarong? After Keno shows his baby off, I'll go get a red sarong.
What baby you wanna see?
Just show whatever baby you want to show, and I'll go get a red sarong.
I'm gonna tell you what, these Cyclops are assholes. One Cyclops be biting the tub. Which one I'm gonna show? I'll show y'all the fresh babies. I'll show y'all. These my top two keepers. Nah, I ain't gonna show y'all the keepers. Keepers is for me. Those was for my eyes. But what I will show y'all is let me see. I'll show y'all this one. Oh shit. Okay, I ain't keeping whatever. I'll show y'all this one. This one like velvet. He got like a little spray tan on his back, down his neck.
What is that? A velvet?
A little spray tan on his neck right there. Okay. Don't bite me, Jack. Don't bite me, Jack. I'll give y'all tree mouth. You're gonna have to pick out yours soon, bro.
You said what?
You're gonna have to pick out yours soon.
Okay. Hold on, I'll go get it, baby. I'll be back.
I'll show y'all three of them. I'll show y'all three. Three of them. I'll show y'all one more after this. There's another one. This one, I might keep this one. I don't know. I might end up keeping this one. Now I look at it. I ain't really had time to look at these animals, honestly. I just been feeding them. They all been starting good. You see how they tongue flickering, so they all been feeding good. Feeding on them. They all been taking. The first two, I gave them pink. Everybody been taking pinky since. And then I'll show you one more after this.
All right, so this is a restaurant, baby. It's starting to change. I don't know how well y'all can see it.
Hold on, bro. I want to see that. Hold on. Bro.
So far, they all had these really nice dorsals, but I have no idea what's going on with them. I'll say this about this clutch is like this clutch, like they ate.
Let me see, bro. Put it closer. That motherfucker fire. Yeah.
Like they ate, but like they weren't like the most ferocious eaters.
This is the last one.
Oh shit!
This motherfucker tried to bite me.
Hey, bro, how does it feel to go for when we initially started this show? Does both holding our own babies in our hands?
Oh man, that's a hell of a feeling, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's a hell of a feeling. So they all turned up
about
like
to try to bite me.
Yeah, they all turned up flicking like crazy. So, and I really like these, man. I like that. That me and Mikey Marshall able to do the pairing again. I appreciate the fact that he trusts me with his mail, man. You know, especially when I come from back in the day. You know what I'm saying? If you want to consider me an OG, whatever. But back in the day, you had people who sent their snakes off for breeding loans, and Tuck know about this. You'll never see your snake again, or people give you a runaround about a breeding loan.
Ever.
You know what I'm saying? For me, I took that like that was something that I really like one of my crowning achievements. But I was able to get somebody's snake, get it here eating, it bred for me here. And before I got it back to him, it was back eating. And it eventually went to go breed for him. So that's something that I really appreciated. You know what I'm saying? That's something I took pride in. Like, and I told him, he was like, man, the first time, he was like, man, if he's done, you can send him back. I was like, nah. I was like, because he been working. And I was like, his weight is not what I want it to be. When it should be somewhere. And I ain't had no scale. Mikey Marsh a nerd with the scale, boy. He had measured the shit. If your snake,
Yo, if you know Mikey Marsh gonna tell you the weight of everything every damn day.
hey, he a
Every
fucking man.
goddamn day.
He be, hey,
Shout out
look,
to Mikey Marsh.
I fed this one a so and so gram prey, and it shit out so and so grams later, and this how much it weighed, and this how many grams the shed was. I was like, Mikey Mars, dog.
He waited
It's
shit.
enough.
I'll be back.
It's enough. But that's something I took pride in, able to get him to keep his meal in a healthy enough condition. I'm going to put this back to where I was able to get that meal back to him. His meal had no issues. That's something that me as a keeper I appreciate. I go back to something I always told y'all, and something I always believe in is you got to treat people how you want to be treated. And they go with anything with the snake stuff. And I always stand on that. We get these, but they nightly soak before I go to sleep. Spray. So that's something that man, them red sarons looking fire. Oh, I need to go get a charger.
I'm bad. I guess Keno's going to go get another snake. Hey man, y'all got questions, y'all can go ahead and ask them. Shit, ain't nothing stopping nobody.
But now I had to come get the charger, bro. What is it? There we go. If you want to see a snake, cool. As long as the snake is not turned up. If the snake is turned up, don't ask. No.
Jamaica's always turned up.
I'm about to say, before we look, I'm not getting Jamaica out because I don't like this. My PS5 right there, got her mannequin right there. And this what happened when you got this what happened when you got late at work. She work on her wig. She's working on her wig today.
What the fuck?
Want to see a Cyclops? Jamaica. Man, I told you I got my ass on top.
The baby that you get, the second baby that I got from you, that baby is getting big. This guy get moved soon. But that baby's getting big. Yeah.
I'm gonna take one out right now. So I'm probably gonna get bit. Oh shit.
That baby's got to get moved. This is getting big. I remember when I felt like I had a never-ending amount of space.
So look, this baby, as similar to that one, it's starting to get black around his face. But the thing with those is, I told you those cyclops. Is yours mean?
No, not really. It's not mean at all. Like I barely see it seem like it eats fine, but like it's not mean at all.
Shit. Well, I gotta put a sleeve on. You see, I got a sleeve on.
Nah, man, mine's not mean.
So, okay. See this one? Starting to get black around his face. See
Mine's
that?
still hella orange.
See the black around his
Yeah,
face?
yeah.
So
Mine is
this
still
one's also
super
starting to
orange.
get black on his dorsal. See that?
Yeah.
Close to my face.
Motherfucker, about to get your ass, man.
So if you look down, see that all down his dorsal,
Yep.
all down to the tail. He got black all in that motherfucker. So I'm happy with this. I hope this is a male. Or I should be a female.
Why should be a male? You think is a female, and then you
Oh,
sell it.
nah, that ain't happening. Not with the cyclops. That's not happening. These cyclops babies are staying here, brother.
Yeah, that's what you say today, good brother.
No. These homegrown cyclops over here. These stand. All these stand. They dying here. Hey, bring out one more restaurant, brother.
You want to see another one?
Yeah, bring on.
They all are like in the process of like kind of changing, but I'll go get one.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. If you black and you got melanin in your skin, and you using a bunch of the hand sanitizer, you gotta make sure you get on top of your lotion. That should be drying your skin out real fast. Like Smokey the Bear. Hey, I smoke like him. Shit, the only difference is he try to put forest fires out. Shit, I start the motherfuckers. You feel me? Keno is Smokey Bear. I see y'all doing y'all thing over there. Bro, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to the Chondro Corner. Even though y'all had the weird mad scientists. But shit, other than that, I see y'all doing y'all thing over there, man. Shout out to y'all. Big props to you and then what is her name? I forgot her name. But yeah, man, y'all you got some questions, bro. What you asked? You said who was Mo? Did you ask who was some of my young up and coming breeders? And that's what you asked. My favorite young up and coming breeders. What was the question that you asked? Bro, ask that shit again.
All right, let's see how well you can see this one. This
Hey,
is
what did
number
Ro ask?
10.
Did Ro ask like who was our favorite up and coming breeders or something? They always ask, bro.
Yeah, they all got nice ass dorsals.
I'm mixing them in with my shit over here, bro. Play with the red surrounds. Let them play with that designer shit over there. I gotta keep
This
all my
motherfucker
shit
seem
up.
like you want to bite me. I bet it's a fucking boy.
All the babies up in here.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't know if I have favorite up and coming breeders. Only because I don't realistically pay attention to specifically what everybody else is doing. Like it'll come out and I'll see it and be like, oh, that's fucking cool. But I don't pay attention too hard because a lot of people that I've seen over the years, like they'll say they breed and they don't, or they breed something and it don't be, exactly what I think is gonna be. This snake is about to bite the shit out of me. But yeah, I really don't know. As far as older breeders, I don't know if I have a favorite older breeder either. I learned everything from Pat, so I guess that would be Pat. But nah, I never play favorites like that, man. Do you want to fucking bite me? Is that what you want to do, motherfucker? I never had it. Maybe Keno does. Maybe Keno has favorites.
One of my favorite up and coming breeders. What's the up and coming breeder? You talking about somebody that ain't bred yet? I'm like, is they like aim to breed in the next couple years or so, something like that? Talk to me, bro. Give me some definition on that. What's your definition of an up and coming breeder? And I'll give it to you.
I didn't know this motherfucker was this long.
That's what she said.
You said somebody that already had a clutch. You know who I would say is probably, if I had to say somebody was up and coming, but I actually think they had a clutch before me, is Kenny Richichi.
I give you three of them. I'll say a clutch or two. Kenny, I don't see the thing is
In Sal. I'll say
Kenny
Sal.
had like 3 or 4 clutches though. He got like 2 or 3 on the way. So just because he's young, I don't consider him an up and coming breeder.
Yeah.
Like he like a young vet.
He like McGrady with 4 seasons underneath his belt. like McGrady when he went to the Rockets.
Tuck
Young,
like
but he ain't that damn young.
Tuck like a young vet too. Tuck like
yeah,
us.
Tuck. Shout out to Tuck.
We like young vets. We all in that same thing, like young vets. Clutch or 2 under their belt.
This motherfucker Fuck's trying to run away. Run away.
You asked my favorite, so I get to be biased. I'm trying to think.
Mikey Marsh, man. I want to see what Mikey Marsh has in store too, man. Oh, this motherfucker's probably gonna shit. I don't know. Do you want to bite me or do you want to shit on me? Which one are you trying to do?
Like I was thinking the two because I mean it's hard for me not to say Mikey Marsh when he I damn to help him put his collection together. So he got that heavy artifact shit over there. So yeah, Mikey Marsh, because me and Mikey Marsh locked in. He been in my house. There's only 2 people in the Chondro gang been in my house, and 3 people overall, and the third one was Dre. The other 2 been Trav and Mikey Marsh, and that should tell y'all how much I trust Mikey Marsh. So Mikey Marsh done met my family. I done met his. Been in his house a couple times. Khalil done rode around in his backyard. All that. So Mikey Marsh, you know what I'm saying? One man, 100 grand. I've been coming. I'm gonna give you 2. Damn, that's hard. Lupe did his thing.
Yeah, shout out to Lupe. We talked about Lupe earlier.
Yeah, Lupe did his thing. Lupe really. I'm kind of salty. I wasn't able to get in on that clutch that he had earlier. I was tied up, but it is what it is. I'll try to get him for next week. He did some, you know. So that's what him, Lupe, and Mike Mars, Lupe, and damn, man, that was a good question, bro.
Never really think about it. Maybe it's different because you have rapport with these people, so you don't really think about it like that. Also, like it's also different at this point in time. I mean, I can just only speak for myself. I'm not in a mad dash to just get stuff from people as much as I was probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And it just changes.
So, let me see. I gotta give you somebody else though. Damn.
We'll move on to the next question. You said who is someone that you would love to do a collab with?
Collab? What do you mean a collab?
I don't know. I guess do a joint pairing or something.
Joint pairing? You answer that. You go try it.
Bro, I don't think that far. Like I'm gonna say like because I know Ro, like Ro thinks about a lot of shit that doesn't come to my mind ever. So I like it like and I'll be honest with you, Ro, like if I ever do a joint pairing with somebody, like we'll have that conversation, but it's not something that I realistically think about. Like, Ro, I think about chondros a lot less than you think. And I have them. I have a lot of them, and I think about them a lot less than you probably think. It's probably surprising how little I think about chondros for a person who has a chondro show and has a bunch of chondros in their garage, bro. It'd probably be bothersome. But I don't think about that type of stuff as seeing other people what they got going and stuff like that. I'd be happy for people. I'm definitely not a jealous person, but I don't be thinking
definitely
about
same.
Shit. I just don't be thinking about that shit, man.
It's just so many young breeders that like picking through my favorite is hard as hell.
Yeah, and like there's people that I mean, I technically have an animal out that I have on breeder loan with somebody. I know that me and Keno have talked about doing something together in the
Oh, yeah.
future. So yeah, man. Also, you gotta also understand, like me and Keno are also like very particular people. So like us having a wide range of people that we want to do projects with, like there's some other things that come into consideration beyond just the animals.
Yeah, for sure.
We've had this conversation before
Yeah,
amongst ourselves, but shit, I need to put this snake
for
up.
sure.
Um,
I definitely gotta give you one more down. I'm stomping down. Who was they doing their thingy thing in it with the green shorts? Oh, oh, THC chondros. Tetraham chondros. I think that's what his name is. Tetraham chondros. He been building this collection real slow, taking his time. Boom, there you go. There's somebody I do a collab with. Um, probably for sure Tuck Trav, obviously.
damn.
I mean, I would be remiss to say like Marsh. We might do one again. I don't know if it's gonna be I don't know if we're gonna do a 3P. We'll see. We'll see. I do like the fact of like a female like only being with the same male and just shit. We do that breeding maybe 3-4 times. Let's see what happens. But I don't know. We'll see. I might wanna. Put it to something crazy. So we'll see. Collabs. Whoever. I mean, I ain't gonna go out looking for no collab. Like, hey, look, I'm just gonna look at offering breeding loans to somebody. It's gonna be after somebody I know, somebody I'm real cool with, and nobody I just talk to every now and then. Somebody on the regular. So, them three, you can build off them three, then go from there. So,
I think that's a good answer.
what's the next
Because
question?
it can't just be about the animal. It had to be about other shit too. Like,
Yeah,
because
it
there's
gotta be
other
somebody I'm
considerations.
locked in with. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you calling me every day, like have my animal doing all that. Because like I know I ain't gonna do nothing bogus and nobody animal, which take me back to what's going on right now. But whatever, you know what I'm saying. But like I know I never do nothing to no bogus to nobody animal. Like so yeah, that's a good question though. But yeah, that's a damn good question. What's up? What's another question Mr. Rowe got? Rowe asking these good ass nigga questions. Oh yeah, he said we already doing one, Keno. They calling you to make sure you feed the animal. Yeah, my animal feeding. No, your animal ain't feeding every week. Nigga, it's a male and it's breeding. If this motherfucker eat once a month, you should be happy.
Man, some of them like they eat pretty regularly while breeding. Some of
Yeah,
them don't, man.
yeah,
I think it's just so dependent on the animal. I had a female feed right before she laid eggs. So yeah, that shit was
oh,
weird.
then yeah, talking about we got a joint parent. Yeah, we already got one with somebody. He got like, don't we got a couple of like depending on what you do over there, but yeah. So they're my dogs. They're my dogs. So what else?
All right,
These are good
man. So we
questions.
got like 5 minutes left. I think we should probably, get it together. You know, say our farewells because we do love y'all. We do miss y'all. We are gonna miss y'all. We're gonna miss doing this um, every week or every other week. Um, so I just want to say, man, I appreciate everybody that supported us over the last 3 years. It's been a ride, man.
Thank you to everybody for pulling up, man. Dealing with our shenanigans, our bullshit, our major stories and shit.
And we appreciate everybody that never switched up on us, man. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that they weren't always 100.
That
But
did.
we
It was
appreciate
people.
those that were.
Hey, it was people that came into our circle and got into some people in that circle, and them people changed up on us, and then they later figured out that person was on some bullshit. And then they like, damn. I know they like, damn, because I was like, damn too. Like, damn, I thought we was like this, but then, then it took for you to like say fuck me to realize that person was on some bullshit, just trying to hate. Damn, it's been, hey, I bullshit you not.
It's been a lot of things that have happened.
Hey,
It's been a lot
a
of
story. It was a story going around that somebody had a recording of me talking shit about Travis.
Bro, listen. So we never told y'all a lot of this shit, man, because like a lot of this shit was ridiculous, and I'm not really interested in rehashing it. But like, I demanded to get it, and like he wouldn't give it to me because it didn't exist. And like,
We was waiting. I was waiting for it. I'm like, show me, please.
but then it's just like, bro, like I've said shit on this show that led me to have to get a lawyer. Um, so it's just been a wild ride, man, and I'm glad we were never actually a business. I'm glad that we were never a business, and I'm glad that we could just be with the people this entire time.
The
I'm glad that
funniest
we
thing
could
is
just
somebody told that nigga said he had a recording of me.
yeah, that guy is something else. That's all we gonna say about that guy.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
It's been more than that. It's been a whole lot of other shit that has occurred that you never knew it. We never brought it to you. You never knew it. But we most of all we just appreciate the fact that we had y'all for almost 3 years, man. We had a good thing, and everything that's good has to come to an end. And I'm glad that it ended like this. I'm glad it didn't end in strife and a bunch of other bullshit. And I'm glad it ended like this. We got to call it on our own terms, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't no bullshit. It wasn't nobody passed away. It wasn't no turmoil in the show. Shit, we went out. So we went out like we wanted to, and that's kind of apropos for the show because we did the show how we wanted to. Every show we pulled up. It was gonna be it wasn't gonna be no snake lecture. Sometimes it was gonna be you just gonna have to put your feet up and listen to an OG talk. Sometimes you just gonna have to put us on the TV and go walk around and do something because there might be some bullshit.
Sometimes you might get 20, 30 minutes of midget talk, 20, 30 minutes of pimp talk. It's like those are two like foundational elements.
Sometimes you might have to cut the show off and come back to it in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
But one thing we appreciated was all the views, all the comments, all the chats, all the back and forths. Shit, the ups and the downs, man. Going through Instagram, cutting us off at the 58-minute mark.
Shout out to all the people that like told us like
the spider bite,
gave us suggestions.
Hey, going through the
We
spider bite
appreciate
when
that.
I did the show, when I had a hole in my ass, basically
Yeah.
my lower
It was in
back
your
was fucked
back.
up.
It wasn't in your ass. It was in
No,
your back.
okay, it was in my lower back. My lower back had a big ass, big ass. I don't know,
Abscess.
abscess on it from a spider bite. Hey, shout out to the people that know about the spider bite. Shout out to the people that was there when I was in the hospital a few years ago with the Western line, with the pulmonary embolism on my lungs. Hey, y'all don't know, man. Y'all don't know a lot of shit, man. It's been a few times I was at the hospital, and Chad was like, "Man, I'm doing this show by myself this week." And I was like, "No, you man." He was like, "But look, bro, if your ass don't go up in there to the hospital, and I don't hear no beeping out the machine," he said, "I'm not letting you get on the show." I was like, "Ain't this a bitch?"
Hey, bro, this is like, I think that y'all think that we just two dudes that like kind of like we have a show together and it's about the snakes. Like, nah, like Keno's like my brother. Like, I talk to Keno about just random shit. Most of the time when me and Keno talk, we barely talk about snakes. We barely talk about this fucking show. We talk about all type of shit. Some of that shit be some absolute nonsense that we will never speak to y'all about. but listen, man, Keno gonna be my brother. If you connected with me on this show, like just because we don't have a show, don't mean you can't still hear me up, man. So the show will still be available on YouTube to go back and watch whatever you want to watch. We wouldn't dare pull it down. And the Chondro Bar
show
Room.
when I nodded off.
Oh yeah,
Still
yeah.
there.
Oh man, I remember that show because I'm like trying to ask these questions and like Keno's like, and then like gradually coming back in view of the camera, going the other way, and I was just like, yeah, man, keep this shit going.
Look.
Shit, I remember that day. I had to do the show extra greasy, and I was like hella dirty because I've been trying to fix the alternator on my truck.
That was White Beauty.
Like,
that was a debut of White Beauty Trav.
You said what?
That was the debut of White Beauty Trav. That was the day you did that Kevin Gay shit, right? You put your hand on the battery and jumped the car.
Oh no. You know the crazy part is like the battery died. The battery died a few months before that. Then the alternator died. But then the alternator and battery died again. So I had to change the alternator. Didn't know it was the battery. It was a shit show. But yeah, man, we've had a lot of episodes. Listen, there's been a lot of episodes that like almost got canceled because of one reason or another, but we got it together. Because a lot of times what I've come to realize about the show is Tuesday, having a show on Tuesday is a weird day to do a show because I feel like we do so much as like husbands and fathers, and we got careers. Like that Tuesday, it'd be action packed. So like coming and doing a show with y'all like
That's when
isn't
you have
necessarily
kids,
the
like,
easiest.
like when you don't have kids, it's cool. But like when you got kids and they like young and growing, when they get out of that baby stage, yeah, it's like that's another thing. It's like when I started doing this, we ain't had cash.
Yeah.
So I ain't have to worry about a little dude running around here, running past my light, pulling my light out. my show.
Yeah, I think that when we started doing this, my daughter, she was like
Having to take him to the hospital for something, or
she was like 3.
rushing back home, getting speeding tickets.
Oh yeah.
The police was on my ass, boy.
I remember all the times like we would be eating dinner like right before the show. Like, all right, check in. Like,
Yeah.
we got to get this shit done.
Remember we had to push the show back an hour. Remember?
Oh yeah, so originally the show was at 8, but because of just life shit, like we had to push it back to 9,
Had to put
and
the
it
kids
worked
to
out
bed.
better that way.
Yeah.
It actually ended up working a lot better that way. And I remember, I remember once we had started doing it on YouTube. One thing that like some people probably remember this is that there were other people like no, this is back when we were on IG. There was other people who had reptile shows on IG. They weren't very big. They were starting out just like ours. And despite what you may believe, the CBR was growing a lot in popularity. So certain people, and it was 2 people to be exact, decided that, hey, well, since they're doing this on Tuesdays, we're going to do this shit on Tuesdays too. And this is when we were still on IG. Neither one of those people lasted doing it for longer than like a month. It was over for them.
Yeah.
It was fucking over for them. So I'll always remember that. That shit came and went like the common cold. But yeah, man, it was a lot of changes through the years. We went through different iterations, different schedules, different, plans that we had to do things like there was originally supposed to be a different show plan for today than what happened. It's just shit. I couldn't get it together. Uh, so a lot of things that
No,
will
don't say you
happen.
couldn't get it. Don't say you couldn't get it together, or we couldn't get it
Well, no,
together.
that this issue was on me, but what I'll say is a lot of things that you'll see probably from upcoming shows because like now there's like 4 dedicated chondro or arboreal shows a week.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to all of them. That you will hopefully see. Uh, you'll see a lot more content from them, and even though we're leaving the space, like there's other stuff there for you to enjoy.
And you will see us
There's
on.
other
You'll
stuff.
see. If somebody want to interview us, y'all can reach out, man. Y'all see us on some interviews and all, and reach out to us, man. That's all. That's all good. Again, we ain't saying bye.
Yeah.
We'll still be around. We gonna you'll still be able to catch us. You can still see me posting daily. So
Yeah, you still might see an episode from us. Like it may happen, but
no, you go.
we'll pop up like
Yeah,
Nike Yeezys. Like you won't know the day it'll just happen and you're gonna be real mad.
yeah. We might pull up.
You
We might pull a bombshell on y'all. Come out to sleep with triple wash again. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if that was gonna happen. But
Hey,
it could. It could.
hey, but you saw it went on announcements for that one though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be like that. Like if you got another show from us, we wouldn't announce it. We just come out with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I gotta say. I love y'all, and I'll miss y'all this form of it, but we're not going away. It's just the show's not gonna be around anymore. I mean, the old episodes will be, but there won't be any new episodes schedule wise.
Yeah, schedule wise. But look, y'all. Yeah, man, it's been one. The Chondro Bar Room is. I ain't gonna lie. This might be a bad time to say this, but I think we might do a super limited run on shirts.
Like it might be something that is very limited and only goes to people that we actually know.
Yeah, like Amanda said.
Yeah, just to close it out for people that we actually really did appreciate.
Like we might do something special. Like I might do something special down there. Maybe people who get a snake from me. I might do. We'll see. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something for some CBR shirts. We're gonna get some CBR shirts out there. Some commemorative
I know we
CBR.
keep saying it, but it is likely going to happen now, especially since we have an extra 2 hours a week. Well, more than that, because sometimes we be doing shit to get ready for a show for a while. But
Man,
yeah, man, it's always going to be love from us. We just hope that y'all be the best keepers that y'all can possibly be. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. You doing the best that you, that's my wife. You doing the best that you can as a keeper um, is always important. Don't believe the hype. Don't let people belittle you because of your choices. Don't get caught up in a dick sucking marathon for this person or another. Be you. Do what you want to do. The code of personality is heavy in the chondro community. Don't get sucked into it. Don't. I promise you. There's nobody in the chondro community that is realistically going to um, suck you into this code of personality thing that's going to give you what you are going to put in to be a part of that shit. Don't. Be your own person. You're grown up. You spent 18 years being a kid. Be your own man. Be your own woman. Make your own decisions. You like something, do it. Fuck all these motherfuckers that's telling you otherwise. And don't be afraid to try shit.
right. Well said, brother. Well, look, happy keeping, man. Be a keeper. Don't forget to be a keeper.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about, sis. Thank you, sis. Be a keeper. Before you breed, be a keeper. Fall in love with your animals. Fall in love with keeping. The small stuff. Temp guns. Hey, you see, I still keep a temp gun over there. Where it's at.
I got one with no battery in it. I got two of them with no batteries in them.
But, hey man, be a keeper, and I guess till the next time, man. We'll see y'all. Saying but goodbye. We'll see y'all later, man. We'll see you later. See you down the road.
Till we meet again, patrons of the bar. Peace out.
It's been one, y'all. Peace.